So, herzlich willkommen, hello and welcome to another stream today from the Indie Arena booth, which is actually sponsored from Utomik. I have a developer here with me today, and I
Hi.
think you maybe should introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Hugo. I come from France, but I work at the time at Bedtime Digital Games, which is a small indie game company based in Aalborg, Denmark.
This is today a stream sponsored by Utomik, and for every one of you who doesn't know what Utomik is, it's actually like a very big bibliography of games, and if you purchase like an abo for a month, you can play like over 1,000 games every month. You can like just play them and just switch between the games however you want, and you can cancel the subscription every month. And yeah, you could just check it out, like with the like Ausrufezeichen. Sophie, Ausrufezeichen auf Englisch. Exclamation mark. And Utomik in both chats, you will like find the link and the code, just Gamescom in capital letters, and you can just check it out. So, but now it's time to go into the games, I guess. You have 2 games today with you.
Yes, we have 2 games. 2 of them are demos. They're not final products. The first one is a fairly early in development. It's basically a sneak peek into a project that we're having, and we're hoping to release it next year, maybe a bit later than that.
Okay. So, with which game you want to start?
Maybe let's start with that one.
Is LunaSea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to tell us about the game before, like, because as soon as we start, we are right into the game, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, what is this game, and what can we expect in the next 30 minutes?
So it's an adventure game with the squad-based combat, a bit like in Dragon Age Inquisition. And basically, it's a bedtime story told by 2 parents to her daughter as she's going to bed. And the narration, they're basically telling the story that they lived in their youth. So the idea is that the player will play through the game as Creamy, the little daughter, hears about the story.
Okay.
And at some point, they may like contradict each other or backtrack, change their minds because they're not quite sure about how the events, actually happened.
Okay. So, are you ready to go off? Then I would say let's start. Do you play with controller or
Let's
keyboard?
hit the button. We developed for controller first, I'd say.
So let's
yeah.
see which one is working. So, what would we choose? Just
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic. Always.
Okay, then let's see what this game is about. So, for everyone, if you have questions, feel free to ask them in German or English. I'm trying to like look at both chats, which is kind of tricky today. So please bear with me if I miss something out.
And by the way, I'm lead artist on that game. My background is in 2D art, so if you have any specific question related to that line of work, I'm here.
Okay.
And on the other hand, I may not be as qualified to answer the
Okay.
programming and
Okay.
gameplay questions.
So let's see. Okay, this one is working. That's good.
Oh yeah.
An die Regie, ich habe nur einen Chat offen, ja?
Dad, I can't sleep.
Hey, sweetheart. Shouldn't you be in bed?
What are you doing?
I'm finishing up my memoir about how Mom and I saved the world.
You didn't save the world.
We did. Or, well, technically it wasn't the whole world, but definitely the sea. And most of the moon, too, now that I think of it. Anyway, It all happened when your mom and I were still roaming the sea.
What, you were pirates?
Indeed. We were young and deeply in love. I'd wanted to hang up my pirate hat for some time, but your mom was still having too much fun exploring the sea.
Mom. Dad is making things up again. Were you two really pirates?
Well, yes. Sort of. But I thought you'd be asleep by now.
I was just telling her about how we saved the sea and the moon.
Did you tell her about King Krumo?
No, not yet.
Well, at least tell the story properly, Earl. For that we need go way back and dive deep underwater, in King Krumo's realm. King Krumo was the ruler of the Krumos and the underwater world. One day, in the middle of his royal duties, he noticed that the tides were slightly amiss. After a seaweed-induced trance, he sensed the problem came from the moon.
The king summoned an eccentric inventor called Jebidia and convinced him to go on a space expedition. This was the opportunity of a lifetime, so Jebidia rushed to the moon. But in his hurry, he forgot to leave instructions how to operate his space cannon.
He also forgot his daughter on the sea, without any goodbye.
Oh no. What did she do?
There was nothing she could do but wait for good news. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. And for 20 long years, no one heard from the moon.
In the meantime, King Krumo took Jebidia's daughter under his wing. Or, well, his fins. And raised her as well as he could.
But one night, a bright light fell from the sky and dropped in the sea, not far from a group of curious seafarers.
You and your pirate friends.
Yes. Bold and adventurous as always, we decided to follow the light and find out what it was.
So one of the big questions already in chat is, will this game come out in another language than English, or will it only be English?
So as you may have noticed, I hope you did, like the voices are placeholder, but we would love to, like, our plan is to hire voice actors to do it.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it's like we can't afford dubbing the game in more than one language.
Yeah.
But as we've done for our other games, we will translate the subtitles. So if you don't speak English at all, you will still have the subtitles.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
So we are on our ship now.
Yep.
Okay. And we can start. Let's see what this game is about, or where are we going. Okay, me and the control, it's always exciting.
The first thing we came across was the skeleton graveyard, a pretty cool but spooky place we had to find a way around.
We went to the right.
And came in from the left field.
So this is kind of what I mentioned earlier. You know, the story that they're telling to that little creamy. They're updating it live.
Yeah.
So if you take a left turn there, like let's say something is,
Yeah.
and
We quickly reached a gleaming spot in the water.
It was time to put our fishing
It's
crane
actually like
to work.
we are playing the story they are telling.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And you could say that the image that you're seeing is basically what she's envisioning, what she's picturing.
Okay, I have to catch something.
Okay, so that fancy octopus there is a magical crane. Don't question the technology. And you gotta catch that little shadow
Yeah.
underwater with A, and then you hold A,
A.
and you bring it back to the boat,
Okay.
Once fishing, the light turned
Easy.
out
so you
to
can
be
bring it
A
on board.
message in a
Okay.
bottle, addressed to King Krumo. We had to go to the sunken temple.
The sunken temple? How did you know?
Prima. Do you remember the little girl you mentioned that was adopted by King Krumo?
Earl.
Don't. Of course.
That was actually Mommy.
What?
Earl. I wanted to be the one to tell her.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, we headed right to King Grimo's favorite swimming spot, the Sunken Temple.
Can I go like different direction? Can I choose if I go to the right or like?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you're incentivized to go find the sunken temple, of course, but you don't know where it is yet. So you have to look for it. Damn it! What happened?
So
Yeah,
nothing.
there you go. We didn't see that.
No.
I mean, sailing is not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's,
So we are looking for a sunken temple, which
Yeah.
most likely will be underwater then.
it'd be at sea. That'd be a good guess, I suppose.
So how long have you been developing the game yet? And how many people are working on the game?
Okay, so this game, it has its story is a bit special because it's we got a baby game from one of our partners, something that wasn't quite finished. There was an idea or something, and we took it from there,
Our lookout
and we
suddenly
basically,
hollered, Ahoy. The sunken temple is up
but
ahead.
we basically started
Your dad
over,
actually started working on our would-be
And,
memoir right there and then.
made it our own, and we've been working on that for roughly a year, a bit more than that. But in our company, the thing is we have a few projects going on at the same time. We're 15 people,
Okay.
but we don't have 15 people working on one game at a given time. So for this one, we were up to 3, 4, 5, but at the moment, we've prioritized another project that we're going to play in a moment.
Okay.
So I'd say it's like in between 3 and 5 persons who worked on that game
Okay.
on and off for about 1-2 years.
Okay. So we have a journal, which is like a diary, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
So as I said, this is a sneak peek into the game to basically showcase the idea. So in reality, we would have that presented a bit later on. But the idea is that in game you would at sea the main gameplay is exploration. So
Okay.
you're discovering new places, you're fishing things, you're exploring new environments, and this journal is basically additional trivia, like
Okay.
useless stories about the place or the people you've just discovered. So here you can skim through it. It's basically it. As of now, it gives you an idea of the things we
Of
would
the
like
story.
to implement into that world and how.
Okay. So it's a lookout,
Rich things.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So, X. No, how do I like leave?
I may have to use a magic button,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe you.
It was a
the-
start button. Just like push
Uh,
any button. Any button will work.
Yeah, that's the number one rule. I like when in doubt, just
So why did you choose to have a graphic like this? Like,
So as I said, we got this
When
game.
we got
maybe
there,
we should wait.
the temple was quiet and empty. Or so we thought. We were all disappointed, debating about what to do with the bottle, when King Grimo suddenly climbed on board. He startled everyone. Except me, who ran over to greet him. And Daddy, because, as usual, the fish swimming around were more interesting than the actual event.
Dad,
So, at that point I had almost forgotten the bottle. But, King Grimo saw it right away.
He grabbed it and read the letter inside, but stopped dead in his tracks. The letter was from Jebidia, my dad.
In the letter, Jebidia said he had found the source of the disturbance, but lost all his Krimas, and even got captured. He was begging King Grimo to send reinforcement, saying the sea was in grave danger.
He had also jotted down instructions on how to use his space cannon, so the king just had to find Krimas willing to jump on board. King Grimo wanted to help, but he was too old to swim around the sea and gather Krimas. Luckily, he was in good company.
When we heard about Jebediah's struggles, we all agreed we had to help him. There was one big problem though. The Krimas could be little rascals, and the king didn't trust them to travel to the moon on their own.
Someone had to go with them.
And not just anyone. That person had to be brave, full of wits, and able to stay cool under any circumstances.
We debated, and realized there was only one option.
Your mom was the only person who could do it. She'd always been good at bossing others around.
Wow.
Wow.
So you went to the moon?
Well, first, we had to find and fish 3 Krimas.
There's a bit packed
Yeah.
of information. I hope it was clear enough. So the guy who's talking, Earl, in his youth, he looked like the bald bearded man that we saw in the
Yeah.
first. Yes, and the mom was looking like the last lady we
Yeah.
had on screen. Yes.
I'm going to translate for the chat about the voices, because some people were wondering. Wenn ihr euch wundert, warum die Stimmen so mechanisch sind, das ist aktuell noch einfach nur eine Computerstimme und die wird nach und nach noch von Voice-Actern quasi eingesprochen. Jetzt gerade ist es aber nur ein Platzhalter, weil es ein Demo ist, das kommt alles noch quasi im Verlauf des Spiels. Sprachausgabe wird nur Englisch sein, aus Kostengründen. Und ja, wenn ihr Fragen habt, stellt sie auf Deutsch, stellt sie auf Englisch. Ich werde das zwischendurch einfach übersetzen. Okay, can I fish a whale?
No, not yet. They're just for show,
Okay.
and you shouldn't do that.
Find 3 creamos to send to the moon. Okay.
But yeah, we were talking about the art earlier.
Yeah.
So basically, as I said, we got some sort of a baby game, but it had a few assets already. So the idea was to reuse,
When we sailed by the bushy
like be
beach,
smart about
we
it,
crossed
and
Grout's
see
path.
how we could
As usual,
tie
he
everything
was
together.
sleeping in the water.
And snoring as loudly as Daddy after a night out.
So many things happen. Can't talk. Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's it.
Uh,
This is one of the, also an example of what kind of side quests you might encounter. So,
Yeah.
so here your main goal is to find 3 creamos to fish,
yeah.
3 creatures. But there's also that thing at sea, and when you get close to it, well, it gives you potentially something else to do,
Yeah.
and the parents update the story as you get close.
Okay.
If you want to cheat a little bit, like don't tell anyone, tell you that, but you can wake him up.
Oh, really?
Yes, if you use
Do
your,
you think it's a good idea to wake up a monster or someone looking that grumpy?
you miss all the shots you don't take.
Okay, let's see. Do I have to hurt him?
So no, apparently it's not how you wake up monsters in our game.
Okay.
Don't get stuck. So you have to turn around.
No, I'm not stuck. No.
No, you're not stuck. You're not going through it.
Okay.
You have to wake him up using the sonar.
As we were looking for Krimas, our sonar woke up Grout, and he was not happy about it.
He was like, You ruined my beauty sleep. I need to relax. You better bring me a lava fish for my jacuzzi, or else.
A lot of fish.
You know, the
Oh, it's the same line. Anyway,
Okay. So now we have to find a lava fish as well and bring it to him
yes,
because he's mad at us for waking him up.
yeah. So you have
Wow.
to make up for it.
Okay.
You know how it goes with monsters. What's it saying? I forgot.
His beauty sleep, I guess.
Oh, yes.
So.
Oh yeah, I was saying, yeah, right now we cheat a little bit because so we wouldn't miss it.
So-
But like ideally you just sailing around, going about your business, either going to the temple or later on in the game, and then you just trigger your sonar, maybe by accident, maybe because you're curious next to him, and you trigger that quest.
Okay.
So that's kind of how we want things to happen in the game, not at least for side quests.
Yeah.
Like there's still red thread and the story, but
How long will like the complete gameplay be? Like 5 hours, 10 hours?
I think if you so the plan is to be around 5 hours if you go straight.
Yeah.
But as you will see later, the idea is that you can replay the dungeons, like give other tries, give it other tries on the moon,
Okay.
because you form a squad of primos that you will use to fight. Spoiler, bad guys. So you might want to trade again with another squad that fits your gameplay, your play style better, or that is better suited to take on one specific kind of enemy.
Okay. Someone in chat is
that kind of
asking,
stuff.
will there be any chance to update or change your chip during the game?
Yes, that's one of the ideas. Like besides the exploration, because I mean, exploring is fun and all, but there has to be a goal, right? And the goal is to upgrade your ship a little bit so you can maybe sail faster or find better primos, find more treasures, more interesting things.
Okay.
You're trying to fish, right, at the moment?
Yeah, like when I made this, there's this blob.
Yes.
What does it mean?
So this little splash of water, it's a fishing spot basically.
Okay.
If you remember on the bottle at the beginning of the game, it looked a bit the same.
Yeah, true.
So that's how you fish for now in the game.
But I'm not fishing like for primis, I'm searching for them.
Okay, you have to fish them.
Okay.
It was a bit misleading, but yeah, you use your sonar to find fishing spots.
Okay.
Then you go over to them and then you fish them the same way you got the bottle.
Okay. This was here. And then like this. Oh, stop. Oh,
that was fast. You got lucky. It was right there.
okay, I can handle this.
Yeah, you can do it.
Wow. Over there, like he. Now, come on. Come on. Okay. Got it.
Hold.
Back to the ship.
Yes, to the crane guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
That's a genie.
A genie. Okay. So they have different power, toughness, and health. Okay.
Oh yeah. Those are temporary stats, but that's the idea. They have like different levels. Like they may have like slightly different abilities and stats. So you basically
That shelled
in
Grimmer
final
was a
game
guinea.
you'll
They were
compose your
pretty
squad.
shellfish,
Okay.
if you ask me.
That's not fun, Dad. Stop criticizing them. They can't defend themselves. Huh.
A youngie.
A youngie.
Okay.
So this guy is a bit more of a. The first one is a long mid-range healer.
Yes. The
Like basically,
sharpest gunslingers
he has
of the
attacks,
sea. Cool.
but he can
Can I
also
have a
heal.
gun
That's
too?
his passive, and
Let's
this one
get
is
back
more
to
like
our
a long
fishing
range
business.
sharpshooter kind of guy.
There we go.
So these little guys are like semi-sentient creatures that live under the sea, in the underwater realm.
Okay.
And they're basically subjects of King Primo, the guy we saw on screen, with the big green shell head. And
This
and
squishy
they're nice
bunny
and all,
was a
but
prank.
They have big
they're not that
hearts,
that
but
easy
bone-crushing
to
hubs.
tame or convince. So you have to
Relax.
fish them with
We
that
had
special
found
crane,
Falballa and moon
and
fire.
that's typically the kind
It
of
was time to return
accent
to the
that you
sunken
may
temple and get to the feast of
uh,
resistance.
Shooting the Kumo to the
improve
moon with our
throughout
space
the game.
cannon.
So you get different kinds, more kinds, maybe like the same kind but with another power. And you
Okay.
can also, we'd like to make available upgrades for the sonar.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
so maybe you can see more information.
Yeah.
So instead of going to a fishing spot, you don't know what's underneath.
Right.
So that could give you a clue, for instance, like if it's another color or.
So,
Yeah.
Mom, you
You
said
know.
you were going to travel with the Krumas, didn't you?
Well, I needed a bit more time to pack my toothbrush, so we decided to just send the Krimas for now. They didn't go empty-handed though. King Krimo gave them a shell phone, a brand new communication device developed underwater.
A shell
While
phone.
we snugged them tightly in the cannon, King Krumo gave a wonderful speech. He said, Krimas, pirates. Now is finally the time for action. Space is there, and we're going to climb it. And
And boom. Up they went. Destination, the moon.
Gina, I was getting to the best part.
Woo.
So yeah, we're not very smart at the
The
office,
Krimas
but we
landed
love puns.
swiftly in an old,
So
empty
yeah,
cab.
usually our
They
games
were
are
over the moon to be there.
plagued with those.
I should have never asked you to tell me this story.
And we're far from done.
The
Okay.
Krimas still had to find the cave where Jebidia was held captive.
Okay.
Are you following the story so far?
Kind of.
It's, all
It's
right.
kind of difficult for me as I really need some time always to get into it,
Yeah.
and it's so many like different monsters, and so it's kind of hard. I guess I'm under the sea right now,
No.
on the moon.
Yes.
Okay,
Hence the cannon.
okay. So find where Jeopardia is held captive.
Yes. Oh, please don't get started.
Hi.
It's okay. We have secrets,
Okay.
secret tools.
So let's see.
So yeah, the moon is basically a hub from which you access the dungeons, the different parts.
Okay.
Uh,
So it's going to be switching from time to time. in
yeah.
the
So the
story.
idea is to always have this back and forth in between the moon and its caves, its dungeons, and the sea, to alternate a more relaxing, exploring gameplay with a bit faster paced squad-based combat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would like to slide down here. That would be fun.
Oh yes, but you can't, unfortunately.
Not yet.
I went to
I'll
the
put it down
closed
at least.
stand-up nights
Yes.
once,
I'll make
but
sure
all
we-
my jokes fell flat.
Okay. Flat.
No, that's a. I mean, maybe it might become an area on the moon later on. But for now, that's just a joke. Like, you've heard the flat earther.
Okay.
So, about the flat earther, so we just put a flat mooner on the moon. Because it totally makes sense.
No. No.
Yes.
Let's see.
Do you?
Of course I want
The
to.
Krimas were struck
You have
by a
to.
putrid smell of powder, sweat and farts, and realized they had entered Slurg's cavern.
Who's Slurg?
You'll see.
Just a big bad guy. The Krimo completely crushed him in the cave.
Okay.
Way to ruin the suspense, Earl.
So that's also an example of, of the dynamic narration.
Yeah.
So in here, like the little girl gets spoiled, but that's also, it sets the expectation for the player. You expect to beat up a big bad guy. So all the commands are available, even though we're going through a tutorial. So right now you just pressed Y, which is a bullet time.
Okay.
That is not very useful right now, but later on, further down the road, it is to give you a bit more time to
Sure.
compose yourself,
Yeah.
like make a decisions and like switch.
Yeah, it's just slow motion,
Switch from
actually.
one. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How can I punch, like, just...
That is the right trigger. It's like a
Okay.
it's like a gun,
And the other one,
but with a sword.
am I, like, controlling all 3 people?
No, you control one at a time, which is the leader by default. You're leading the pack,
Yeah.
but you control only one at a time.
Okay, but I can
If-
switch between them, right?
Yes,
Why don't they help me?
not yet. You don't have to. These are just dummies, just to show you how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just
So,
keep
okay.
them going.
Let's see.
Let's see. So here, ooh,
No.
it's the bumpers.
The
So-
bumpers.
Yes.
No. Let's see.
Yes, guys.
Oh,
So here you switch primos. So now you're controlling the milk guy. You can
Yeah.
see, which gives you another attack. And again, like basic attack is
okay.
the trigger. It's like a gun.
whew, okay. I'm always like pushing buttons to run faster.
Yeah.
Always,
I'm
like
not
in every game.
I'm not sure it works, but if it feels faster, it's probably faster.
So, let's see. No. Okay, let's take this one and go
Yeah.
further.
Here's the big one. He's the big boy.
The strongest, actually.
So he's probably a bit more tankier. Yeah, you want him in the front line. But that's why this guy, see, he's a healer, as I said earlier. So you can see the green circle around him. That's his passive. So when the other guys are in the circle, he heals them. But he also has attacks, because we didn't want to limit squads to the classic, healer, tank, mage,
Okay.
and whatnot. So in theory, if you want to, if that's what you like, maybe it's OP, I don't know yet. You can have like 3 healers in your team.
Oh, okay.
Like if it fits you better, then you just
Yeah.
like you stay packed, because they have like you use the healing passive to your
Yeah.
advantage. There's like one pack that heals
Okay.
that heal itself constantly.
So now I have to like find a way that this one is.
No, is okay. So here you have to switch target.
Switch tag. Okay, how do I
Yeah.
do that?
Okay, so the look at the dummy,
Yeah.
the training dummy here, right? Wait a minute. And then if you do this, nice, a bug. And
It's
if
not
you
a bug. It's a feature.
sorry.
It's hardcore mode.
Yes. If you like it, it's a feature. And
Okay.
if you have to move to the side, is that one? Move to the side so you get a clear line of vision, and then use the triggers.
So.
And use that one. Aha. Okay. Now that's a problem. So see, normally, I'm going to describe it for you. There's another guy, and for some reason it didn't appear that, and you're supposed to switch target there,
Okay.
and then you can move on, and they
So
are
we just leave and
enemies.
come back, and maybe he's like ready then.
Can you do that? Yes, you can try. We can try that. And then let's cross our fingers. No, I think you have to leave the. If you want to do that, you have to leave the area and go back to the moon.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have a plan B and a plan C.
See.
Yes.
Okay.
Plan B is to restart the game, and then I have shortcuts to skip to the next
Okay.
part, and hopefully it should be loaded there. Plan C is to go sailing and talk about the game.
Okay,
But let's talk about Fluency.
I cannot go back.
All right. Then I think I'll have to restart the game then.
Then just do that.
Should I just do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, für alle, die es nicht verstanden haben, er startet einmal kurz das Spiel neu. Wir switchen neu zu der Sequenz hin, denn das Problem ist, es ist eine Early-Demo, da können Fehler passieren und da ist es jetzt einfach so, dass eine Person, die auftauchen sollte, nicht aufgetaucht ist und wir werden jetzt versuchen, dass sie irgendwie spawnt. Das ist unser Ziel gerade. Bug gefunden? Nein, ist kein Bug. Ihr wisst doch, Bugs sind Features, ganz klar. Und wann hat man schon mal die Chance, sowas hier live zu machen? Er wird jetzt einfach durchskippen quasi. Irgendwie. Okay. Er hat krass gecheatet. Okay. Da sind wir mal ganz schnell, zack. Haben wir alles schon gemacht, machen wir einfach weiter, kein Problem. That was easy. Time flew by very quickly, actually.
Woo.
So.
I hope nobody notices.
No. So, let's see.
Well, you know the way.
Yeah, I know the way.
Yeah, Flat Mooners, say hi.
So,
I went to the club stand-up nights once, but all my jokes fell flat.
okay, give it another try. Yes.
The Grimas were struck by a putrid
Wait.
smell of powder, sweat, and farts,
Maybe
and realized they had entered.
Let's do things like
Slave's Cavern.
by the book
Who's large?
Okay.
and
Just
cross
a
our
big
fingers.
bad guy.
I'm sorry
The
for the
criminal completely
repetition.
crushed him in the cave.
Way to ruin the suspense, Earl.
Okay.
Yes. Then
Got this.
hit those guys once.
A.
Oh, yes. Aim the middle guy. Yes,
Okay.
you got him.
Again.
No, it's good.
Okay. Then we move on.
Yep. Then we press the bumpers.
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 I think it's this one.
Yeah. But I think you have to kill him. Yeah.
Okay. Which is good luck, because we need that other guy to appear.
Yep. Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Easy.
Is there. So here, when you press R3, you lock. You have you've noticed you have a free camera.
Yeah.
Before that. But sometimes in combat we figured it might be a bit hectic, a bit too much action going on. So if you press R3, yes, you've locked your target. So you press R3 now, boom, and then switch target to the other guy in the back that wasn't there before.
Like.
You know, in the feature.
Okay, which one right now?
Sorry, R3 there, and then you.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
So you toggle
Yeah.
aimbot on and off,
Yeah. Okay. Now I got it.
and now you kill that guy. Totally works. Nice.
So very good.
So now you
Kicking
should have
Guns
everything you
Buck
need
wasn't enough for our 3 months.
to be the
Okay,
bad
We
guys.
had to
Okay.
find some worthy opponents.
Uh-oh.
If you want to leave the lock camera, you just press the right stick again.
Okay. Ouch. Don't do this. No. Okay. I cannot do anything right now.
You can't use an attack.
Nope.
Well, he's dead. Good job.
Easy.
Easy.
Okay.
So these guys, the stupid trolls, red trolls, they're like galactics. And we found out later in the game that they're just basically mercenaries that have been hired by the Board of Evil.
Okay.
Definitely not the bad guys.
Hey, can we steal something?
You can try, but you're gonna go to jail.
Nah.
No, you can't. You can't.
Is it like a
like-
monster
like-
jail?
It's no, we don't want to go to jail, so we don't allow you to steal things.
Okay.
No, the environment in the caves, in the dungeons, at least for now, is decor. Is you can't really interact with it unless it's for the
Yeah.
for the purpose of the story.
Okay. Someone in
Yeah.
chat is asking, it would be nice if we could post the name of the game currently being played. Maybe for the guys behind me, some chance to display the name of the game.
Oh yeah,
Because they just see the game, but they have no clue what the name is. I think that's
Yeah.
good advice.
yeah. We're playing LunaSea.
LunaSea, right?
LunaSea by Betham Digital Games.
And
And
you
with
guys
the
are here
Utomik.
at Utomik
Yeah.
booth in the India Arena, Gamescom, Hall 10.2, is it? I guess. 10.2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I have to kill them, or
Okay, so we're still in the tutorial here. So here you want to switch to the frag. Yes, that one. And it's to show you. You have to face them. Yeah. Right.
okay, I have to like this.
And then yes. Oh yeah, you got this. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So now you've used your slime ability.
Yeah.
That's his guy's thing, to each his own. And you, if you now switch to the genie, the one who's blinking,
Yeah.
and use his ability A again,
Yeah.
it creates a combo because the two slime and electricity
Okay.
in that game, it creates something like another effect. So in that
that's pretty
sense,
cool.
you're gonna stun the enemy and apply a bit more damage.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So that's basically the idea. Here you can test it. So basically, you're supposed to switch exactly like that.
Okay.
So you use one ability with one character, then you
Okay,
switch
okay,
over
okay.
to the other, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Oh. Oops. I don't need special attacks. I can do it like. Oh shit.
Because it's a very early demo, and we don't let you die.
Yeah.
You could go through those guys, without using your abilities here, but in the final game, once you cream or die,
Yeah.
they don't respawn here, which means that you either have to replay through the dungeon, but also maybe you want to analyze why you failed. Is it because you just need another go and you couldn't figure out the
Okay.
enemies, or maybe your composition is not right? Maybe you want like 2 healers or two big slimy guys.
Okay.
You know.
But will all like special attacks with your team always be explained in a tutorial? Like,
Yes.
or do you have to like find out some by yourself?
We like the idea that players figure it out by themselves, but of course we want the
A booming laugh
system
echoed
to
through
be
the
to
cave.
be
Its source, an enormous,
root
evilish beast, sprawled on a
understandable.
lavish throne.
Okay.
The beast said, I, Slur, need to shine tonight, as I will present our human prisoner to the board of evil.
Jebidia. Was he hurt?
No one was hurt yet, because Slurk has seen the Krimas and immediately attacked them.
Do you have to kill him?
You don't wanna.
He looks dangerous, actually.
Oh yeah, but that's why you have to kill him, because he's bad.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh. No, wrong. Wait, like this and this and this,
Yeah.
and then this.
Yeah.
And like this.
You can also use the Yongi. You haven't tried him yet. Oh yeah, you have actually. Yeah.
Woo!
It's the spearfish.
Run away! Go! that's what this slow motion is for, I guess.
So see, bullet time. Oh, he's about to attack.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. If like, give me my slime. And then this one. And then this one.
Oh, damn.
Ouch. Okay.
Some funky animations right there.
Yeah. Okay, let's. No, I want to. Oh God, it's more of them.
Yeah, he's summoned basically
Oof.
if you help us, because you were too strong, and it
Oh,
doesn't feel
wow.
common. But I'm pretty sure you have to kill the boss if you want to. If you want him to stop summoning new creatures.
Okay. The question is, do I get through them right now or not?
You can try.
Ouch! 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 I'm stuck. No.
Ooh,
Let's go. Whew. You said like
we've got very little life.
before the game, I cannot die. I will just respawn, right? But I have a healer with me. I have a healer with
Yes,
me.
so you have to get close to the. Ooh, move away. Nice. You have to move within the into the green circle. Yeah.
Okay.
And now you're healing, but you're also hurting. I hope you heal more than you hurt. Yes.
Like this and this. Let's kill this one.
I think you're basically the first person I see play who cares about his creamers.
Okay.
Everybody just let them die.
Oh, okay. I want to kill them all. Like they're all bad and evil. And
No, but I mean you're right. Because in the final game you're not supposed to. You're supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're in a pickle.
Let's go. Finish him. No, move this way. Come on. Okay, no one wants to work with me.
Well, the game definitely has a different look. If you look
Yeah.
at it in slow-mo.
No, no, no.
You can toggle it on and off with the Y actually. And you can see the tattoos on the creamers.
Yeah.
It's oh, damn it! Sorry about that. I distracted you. But here they turn more and more red. That's another indication that they're about to die. You don't have to. You don't necessarily have to look at the health bars.
Okay. Like this and this and no. Wait, like this.
Just a side note. You notice that they all have a name. It's randomly generated, but our programmers didn't have any idea, so they just entered everybody's name.
Okay, so it's your names
from
actually.
the office. No,
That's
you,
cool.
yeah, I think you just killed me.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you're playing with my boss right now.
Yeah.
So handle with care.
I'm sorry.
Christian was an intern at the time. It was nice. Jonas is the other boss
Yeah.
owner of the company.
After that, we faced our biggest challenge yet.
So
Building the rest
and
of the
like
game.
this, no
Oh,
this.
hey,
We
nothing.
made it.
You'll get
Yeah.
it when you're older.
Oh, wow.
You killed
finally.
boss.
Okay. Whew.
That was it.
Okay.
That was
That is actually
that was LunaSea.
exhausting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I always need time until I know, because I'm actually
Yeah.
not playing with controller.
Yeah.
So it's always for me like, okay, this button and then this and then
Yeah.
this. So, and now I figured it out and now it's over.
I'll start again.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, and after this fight, how would it go on? Like, we go back to the ship?
So yeah, it's basically back and forth, but the story is also written that way.
Mm-hmm.
That is, at first you have King Cremo, the weird shell shell-headed guy, right? That was in the past. He said something was weird that came from the moon, since it's from the ocean,
Okay.
it's connected. Something is basically, something is wrong.
Okay.
So he sends a guy over there, but that guy disappears. And next time we hear from him, it's in the bottle. From the bottle is basically an SOS message.
Okay.
So we then, King Cremo then sends other people to the moon, and these are like our pirates, and this was the first squad to the moon. So we go to the moon. In that
Okay.
first dungeon, we found out that the Galactics are up to no good. They're brewing something.
Okay.
And then we discover one more clue that we then bring back to King Cremo, and then we have to go to the moon again, discover another dungeon. It's actually a bit quirky, a bit goofy. Like we have weird creatures on the moon. So, for instance, we have a people of mice that were lured. For some reason, they were. They believed that the moon was made out of cheese. So they all went to the moon and looked for cheese, but there was no one. So now they're stuck there and pretty angry.
I see.
And other alien races, different dungeons like that. And the masterminds behind that are the Board of Evil.
Okay.
Who are trying to, bit bad guys stuff.
So on what platforms, or on which platforms will your game be available?
So we develop for Steam first, generally. When I say Steam, I mean PC, because that's what's easier for us. And then we may extend that onto different consoles.
And it will be available on Utomik?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
Yes,
So
definitely.
I'm going to
definitely
explain
first and
Utomik in
foremost.
German maybe for a second. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sure.
As far as she's switching the games. Also nochmal für alle, die sich fragen, was ist Utomik, warum ist das hier eine Kooperation und ein gesponserter Stream? Utomik ist quasi eine riesen Spielbibliothek aus Spielen mit über 1000 Spielen. Und ihr könnt Ausrufezeichen Utomik bei mir in den Chat eingeben und dann kriegt ihr den Link zu der Seite und den Promocode, der im Rahmen der Gamescom aktiv ist. Wenn ihr alles groß schreibt mit Gamescom, habt ihr die Möglichkeit, das Ganze mal für 4 Wochen kostenlos zu testen. 4 Wochen, in denen ihr alle Spiele, die dort vorhanden sind, einfach spielen könnt. Und einfach mal runterladen, ausprobieren. Wie gesagt, 4 Wochen sind kostenlos. Kleiner Service-Hinweis, ihr schließt ein Abo ab. Die ersten 4 Wochen sind kostenlos. Ihr könnt aber innerhalb der ersten 4 Wochen kündigen. Wenn ihr sagt, okay, ich finde es doch nicht so gut oder ich finde es eigentlich gut, aber ich möchte es erstmal nur ausprobieren. Einfach kündigen in den ersten 4 Wochen, ist gar kein Problem. Aber ihr könnt es erstmal kostenlos testen, jedes Spiel antesten. Es sind sehr, sehr viele Indie-Spiele drin, sehr viele Klassiker sind mit drin. Es sind aber auch AAA-Titel mit drin. Wir haben noch keinen Multiplayer gefunden, aber ich denke, das kommt vielleicht noch. Einfach ausprobieren, ist umsonst, tut nicht weh.